immersion, to be honest, was not me that make the questions. I don't know why it just appears in the site when I was doing my own questions. But I think that will be interesting to talk about it.
Yeah,
Um,
I know that it's Talk and Talk staffs made that.
oh, okay, but have like why they do that? It's because you are late to put your questions.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I have to.
That happened to me some time ago.
To be honest, it was not me that made the question. We are on live, so hi YouTube. I am Lara, and I today we are going to talk about communities. So we have great questions about that, and I will copy and put on the chat to Osvaldo see too. Okay. So I will do a brief introduction about me to you from YouTube, know more about this website, this platform too. So I'm Lara. I am 18 years old, and I am studying English for 1 year and a half by now. And this website, this platform, it's great to us develop our English because we have access to great materials and deep questions, deep topics to we discuss every day. We have a great grade of schedules to was be able to attend the immersions. So I'm not a teacher. I'm just a host student that are here to learn with you guys, and I hope that you can learn a lot. And I like to always, in my immersion, bring vocabulary so we can learn new words, new phrase. But I'm not a teacher. I just want to help myself and help others. Okay, so let's begin. I will. Did you answer the questions before our immersion, Osvaldo, or not? Just in the.
I used to read all of them just to know about topic that we are gonna discuss, right? Just
Oh,
it.
okay. So because it's a great team, but I would like to ask other questions about it. So we can just follow the questions, but I think that I will add more, you know.
Okay, okay, let's try.
Um, Let me see here. Okay. All the questions it's already in the chat. So, our topic is find our people. It's a great topic because I have in different stage of our life, it's become more difficult to find our social circle, right? I think that like the my mom advice is you cannot trust in everybody, so you have to be more careful when you are becoming adults. It's not everyone that you can bring to your home. And I would like to know about you, like how you how you describe a trust person, like how it's a type of person that you want to become a friend.
Yeah, that's a deeply and hard question to answer for sure. This topic in general is hard to discuss, to be honest. Uh, well, I used to try to figure out if someone are saying the truth, and I can see in the way that this person used to express their selves. Um, I like to talk in personal way, looking at their eyes. You know, I think it's important way to discover if someone are say something, uh, say the truth. I would say, yeah, I think that's the most important thing to me. For me, it doesn't matter your background, if you had been grow up in a poor or in a rich environment. For me, this stuff doesn't matter. The most important thing is if you are express yourself in a truthful way, you know. I think that's it about this question. I don't know if I can answer the first one.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Okay, just to put all the viewers on YouTube with us, I'm gonna read it, right?
Okay.
Well, the question is to begin, what does the word community mean to you personally? And is it about a specific place, a group of people, or more a feeling, more of a feeling? For me, it's more of a feeling. Like I mentioned, especially nowadays, we have different ways to uh, join in any kind of communities. So for me, for example, some years ago, I've tried to participate some communities, a specific kind of game because I love games. I said that in some. I used to say that almost every immersions, and but I wasn't a good player in this kind of game, you know. And along the time, I've realized that the other ones doesn't they disapprove me inside this kind of group. I had this feeling. Maybe that's not the truth, but I had this feeling, you know. So and after this time, I currently tried different kind of games, and I'm currently joined in virtual motorsports communities because I currently like a lot to know deeply about how this sports works, you know. And uh, as I mentioned, in this kind of game, I feel I'm better, no, a better player, you know. So because that the people used to respect me more, you know. Yeah, I bring just a leisure example, but I can think the same way for another most important things for us.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I think that is a feeling too. And I noticed that when you are obligated to connect with other people, like this community is forced to exist, it's not the
Yeah,
same thing. I think it's something natural that are happening, you know.
yeah,
All the contacts humans contact, I think it's more uh, uh, truly if it's natural, you know? You
yeah,
cannot force someone to get well with each other. Of course, that we have a minimum respect for them. But I noticed that we are going to talk more about neighborhood. But I think nowadays it's so hard to have this community in our neighborhood because in the older days, I felt that I felt that it was more like, okay, my neighbor, it's my friend also, you know?
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
nowadays it's not the same thing. Like, oh, I don't like my neighbor because it's just like an example. I love my neighbor, okay? But it's
Okay,
like I don't
okay.
like my my
Thank you
neighbor.
for fix that.
Yeah.
I don't know if your neighbor was watching us on YouTube or not.
Oh, it's a great lady with she's 80 years old, so it's
Oh,
just
it's
a shoe
cute.
lady that it's really nice to talk with her.
Great,
But
great.
it's hard, you know, we have this great how can I say contact a relationship with our neighbor because it's often we see on social media people saying bad things. Okay, oh, my neighbor did that and I don't like. Okay, so my mom used to say that nowadays nobody asks for like a food, you know, like okay, I have to
Yeah.
my salt of like it's how can I say? Oh, I forgot the word.
Or do you wanna have a lunch with us today? Something like that.
Yes, something like that. I think in the countryside, she eats more often. You can see that, but I think that in the big cities, this is disappearing, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
So we
And
have
then
the, sorry, go ahead.
now, just to add a note, I had the opportunity to see how countrysides works about community. My some years ago, my father had a little farm, and in that neighborhood, there was a lot of big farms close to his one, and the people when we used to move with our car, the people used to say hello, asking if we are feeling good or in something like that, you know, and that's not common in our my place, to be honest, in my neighborhood, and yeah, I had a piece of this opportunity old time.
Yeah, and we have the common question in the countryside is who is your parents like?
Yeah,
Yeah, you are you daughter of who, you know?
yeah, for sure.
Because everyone we know each other, and it's a kind of nice thing. So of course that have that bad side, but I
For
think that
sure.
it's great to have this community, you know.
Yeah, we feel more embraced by the others, right?
Yeah. And okay, I will read the second one to
Perfect.
think about where you grew up. What was your first real experience of being part of a community? Our neighborhood, school club, a sports team. What do you think?
It was in my school for sure. I remember when I was a little child, since I was a baby, I would say, I liked a lot any stuffs about soccer, you know. So I've realized I was a good soccer player by the time. And I remember that I started to be chosen by the others to play with them, you know. And that time I realized that I was a part of a community, you know. Yeah, I think that was the first time. And you?
Yeah, for me too. But was not in the soccer football. Was just at school. My first like I born and raised in until 5 years in a countryside in Minas Gerais. So it's a small city with less 5,000 of people.
Oh
So
my goodness.
yeah, was almost like a village,
Yeah,
and it was really nice because when you have a birthday, you have a great party with other childrens, and like almost everybody in the
of
neighbor.
course. There would be 10 children that place, you know.
Yeah. So it's really nice because it's not superficial relationship. Everybody know their mom, their dad, what they
Yeah.
do, and it was a really nice community. But unfortunately, my dad worked a lot, moving to other cities.
Mhm.
So I grew up with traveling a lot to another cities. So after living in Minas Gerais, I went to Bahia, and after Bahia, I went to Paraná. So
Oh,
I
wow.
spent my childhood changed the environment a lot, and I think this it was really tough to create a deep relationship
Yeah,
because
I got
you
you.
always are moving, and but the first one for sure was in my at my school too.
Yeah, I have this problem with my stepson, right? He is 10 years old, and we used to move out to another place a lot. All this place are considered countryside, you know, but like you mentioned very well, it's hard to create a deep connection with others for sure. I hope to avoid to move out a lot. Of course, I don't have idea if that will happen because as I mentioned, I don't know if someday I'm gonna live in another place, in another country, you know. But yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, you have to looking for a better opportunities to your family. Of course,
Yeah,
that have this bad side, but I think the you're looking for a big benefit, okay, that's worth it.
yeah, that's it.
So
We
it's a
gain in some parts and lose in another ones, you know.
yeah, and when they he grow up, he will it will be more easy, I think, to connect with other people because when you
Yeah,
are a child, you feel that okay, I have a community, but I feel so bad to leave this community. But nowadays, I pass through it, and it's all okay. I can lead with that, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah. You're right.
when you
I
grow up,
agree.
this
And
become
I can see that in my stepson, you know. He is a person, a little guy that is for him it's easy to create a relationship with other children, you know.
yeah, it's nice. I remember when I moved to Paraná and I left all my friends in Bahia and I cried a lot. It was for me it was the
I
best
completely
place in my
understood you.
life. Like until now, for me, Bahia was like a dream, you know, because I create such a great relationships there.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm,
was when I was a child, and nowadays I don't have this contact with others anymore,
mm-hmm.
and it's sad. But as I mentioned, you lead with that as you grow
Yeah,
up, you know.
yeah. We don't have choice, to be honest, you know.
Yeah,
It's hard,
the
but
life will teach us.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it.
So okay, the third one, it's nice. Can you read for us?
For sure, how connected do you feel to your current local neighborhood? Do you think knowing the people who live near you is important? It is as important as it used to be? Uh, well, for me, depend of your context, right? If you live in a countryside, maybe it's a good idea to know about other person close to you. But in my context, to be honest, I consider that it doesn't matter. You know, I don't care about my neighborhood. To be honest, you know, of course, if someone asks for help, I'm gonna do my best to help them for sure. But I'm living here at the same place for more than a year, and to be honest, I've never talked with my neighbor that live in front of my house. You know, I sometimes I see the people moving in, moving outside of that house, but I didn't have opportunity to talk to them, right? So yeah, for me, yeah, currently we used to take care deeply of our family, you know, our children, our wife, our husband, our loved ones, I would say. And that's it, I think. Especially in, because like I mentioned, here is considered a countryside, you know. There are 200,000 people, 200 mil, I think I said right. Uh, so this is not a little city, but it's not a big one at the same time, you know. And here, the lifestyle for me is look like a big city, you know. So my perspective, my context doesn't matter. And I know I don't know about you. I think it look like the same. I don't know.
Yeah, like we are a very how can I say extroverted family. So we feel like in the south of Brazil, people don't talk a lot, and we feel it's not like was in Minas Gerais that everybody say hello, hi to each other, and we we felt this difference between the cultures, you know.
Yeah.
And like my neighbor, it's have a relationship with us, like it's a friend, but not it's not a friend like so that came to your house to have a lunch, you know,
Yeah, yeah, I
because
got
we
you.
don't invite them, but they don't like.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah, I understood.
it's very different between what was in Minas Gerais, and I think um, it's nice when you have this relationship and become a friend more than just a neighbor. But and on the other hand, we have like nowadays it's so hard to trust in other people to bring in your our home.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think because of that, it's also important you know a little bit what the person in our side is doing and what is the person because it's very close to you, very
Yeah,
near to you. So
you're completely right.
I think it's important to you you're safe, you know, to know a little bit about them.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. You're right. And
Yeah.
you had this experience to move to another place, so you can evaluate these different scenarios close to you. It's interesting. I've grown up in the same place, to be honest. I've studied only in three schools until my high school, you know, one in my elementary one and another one to secondary school, and the last one was related to my high school, right? And only that I've always lived the same house, you know. But currently I can't do the same for my stepson and my children, of course. My children live the same place, you know. They live with their mom's family, and I used to take him to stay with me in different places along this time, you know?
Yeah, I've been I studied in six different schools because
Wow.
yeah, it's a great amount, but it's because when you arrive it in a new city, you don't know what's the best school, what's the
Yeah.
best place to put your children to have a great education. So it's just a test, you know. You go to one school and change for another,
Mm-hmm.
and it's nice because you know already like if you live in a small city and you go to okay three different schools, you know almost everybody at your
Yeah.
age in that city.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a great experience. But yeah, and I feel like nowadays this it's so hard with social media we create a deeper relationship. I don't know if you feel like that. I think that you have a questions about that in our 10 questions. Let me see here.
Think questions about how would be our fate, how would we would build a perfect community. It's about that.
Yeah, yeah. What is the number of this one?
10, question
Oh,
number 10. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, okay, that's nice. And it's I believe that with social media we can choose the people like we can choose the people that we want, you know. It's just follow them and in the real life it's not you can choose what the people that you become a friend, but how I said before, it's more natural.
Yeah.
And I think that this can have a bad side because you don't expand your point of view, you know? You don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
access of other opinions. You just live in a bubble and you just follow what you want and create your community based on your opinion. You know,
Yeah. I
what
don't
you
know if
think.
it I don't know if that's good. I like to exchange ideas. I'm a person that I've always liked to exchange ideas, especially with older people, you know. I used to learn a lot with this one, like your neighbor, like you mentioned. Uh, well, and about the question at all, this question is the only one in all of them that I think I don't have a answer for that because for me, like I mentioned, I like to exchange ideas, to share experience at the same time. And I don't know if I create a community that would be the my following my perspective, like you mentioned. I prefer to, of course, if I had this change, if I decided to start a community, I'd like to start with another people. Because I like I'd like to create a integrated community, I would say, respecting everyone. So for me, let me see if I have something to about a perfect community. Uh, I think respect and self-love and love the others. I think that's the most important things in a community.
Yeah.
Another topics for me doesn't matter. uh, if we have these three aspects, for me, it's enough. I am
Yeah.
about to.
I would add open mind people because if
Yeah,
you have this relationship with other people that have different opinion of you, I expect the minimum they want to know about my opinion,
yeah, yeah,
because sometimes, like a lot of times, you find people that just want to get their opinion as a right one, and the
yeah.
life is not like that. I like to discuss,
My mom, my mom is this way. Fortunately, it's hard to have deeply conversation with her because she used to be right in all situations. Even she is wrong. Well, that's it.
Yeah, I believe that people usually misunderstood what is a discussion about our opinions. You
Yeah.
are not attacking the person. You are
Hmm.
just discussing about the ideas,
Yeah, yeah,
but sometimes you find people that make this idea of this whole person like I am this idea. I believe in that, so I am this point of view, and
yeah.
I don't think like that. I like to be a person that can have my mind change if I have contact with other better idea.
And
I
yeah,
sorry.
and I would add the people you lose a lot of opportunity to improve themselves in this environment because we used to learn a lot close to people that bring different ideas from us.
Yeah, I agree. And also, like, it's these people nowadays, I think we have a lot of them in social medias. And I one thing that I want to see when I grow up, when I become more older, it's look back and see, okay, my mind really changed. I don't want to have the same mind when I have my 30s. So sadly, it will be that if I have the same mind, like okay, you don't improve anything, and
Yeah,
some and sometimes
I think the same.
yeah, so sometimes the people just is comfortable with the same ideas, point of views, and
Yeah,
sad.
and I can say that I achieved that. These days I've thought the way that I've learned technology, especially program language, I've learned by from a book by the time. and I'm currently use AI tools like LLM and another stuffs to learn much more faster, you know. And to be honest, sometimes I feel um, emotionally, I would say I forget the right uh, expression to say that, but I used to cry a little bit, you know, because for me it's awesome the way that I'm learning stuffs along the time, you know. So if I didn't open my mind to these stuffs, I wouldn't achieve the point that I do right now, you know?
Yeah, and one example for that, like as you said, the world nowadays it's in a big changing, like is the EIs and all the technology. And if you are not an open mind, like it's very easy to see with other people that don't know how to deal with technology, but they don't want to learn.
Yeah,
You know, they don't want
exactly.
to learn. So, okay, I'm old. I don't need to this thing. So just do it for me. No, I
Yeah,
think you have to be interested in learn too. You
for
know,
sure.
at
And these
least,
stuffs help us a lot in our day-to-day appointments.
yeah, of course. I think this is something that is missing in our community, world community.
I expected not to be this person in the future.
Yeah, I like if I have a robotic something like that, I would like to learn how to do, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's not good. I agree with you.
Yeah. So we have I find here the questions about social media. That is the nine one, and is as our world becomes more digital and global, what do you think is the future of the local physical community? Will it become more or less important?
Good question.
Yeah.
In my perspective, in my words, I would say that I consider physical communities won't be um deeply important for us. For example, I currently do therapy in virtual environment, for example. Um, my main the main communities that I've participated come from a web, right? So for me, I can live this way. For me, this everything works this time this way. So I think, especially in the new generation, we will find less physical communities than nowadays, and along the time, this will continue um, increasing. You know, I think we will use more virtual communities than physical one because, as we discussed, we. We sometimes we need to move a lot of times during our life, and it's hard to create a deep connection in a specific place, right? I think that's it. I don't know about you. What do you think?
Yeah, I have a similar point of view, and also, of course, that we always say about the bad things about technology, social media, but we cannot argue about the good things like we have the capacity to connect other people like in the other state, other country, other city, because when you live in the countryside and you have some values that the people in this local are not the same values, like for me in my city, the people of my age want to go to the parties, drink and whatever, and I don't feel that is something that I want to do or the person that I want to be. And the internet uh, was a place that allowed me to connect with people with the same values, the same mind. And it's for me, it was really good. Like Talk and Talk, it's a great platform, a great environment with people that are looking for developed their English. And in my city, it's pretty hard you find this community without being in a school, English school. So the people are not so interested about
Yeah.
it. And
And I
it's
think I'm sorry.
no, go
Just to
ahead.
continue. And you will realize that we learn more skills than only in English, you know. We have people with different and great backgrounds here, and I've learned a lot of stuff during this journey here in Talk and Talk. You know, you will realize that for sure.
Yeah, like it's my third immersion, but just the fact that we have this environment to talk, not it's the English, it's just a tool to
Yeah,
are express
exactly.
ourselves. And
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
think that we have more we can have more benefits, okay? You have
Mm-hmm.
insights from other people, especially for me that I am really younger and I didn't
Yeah.
live so much yet, and I can learn a lot of you. So almost all the immersions that I have done here was to me learn something from you, not the English part, but the
Yeah.
life part, you know.
Because that I really love talking talk. The way that the language is the second part in a conversation. Now we used to learn a lot of other stuffs besides that, you know.
Yeah, it's great. And I can add to this point of view about the question. It's like we have this access to connect with other people in the social media in the but I think nowadays we have increasing the how can programs like I have seen a lot of runners community of runners to get together to run and have this physical community. So I believe that have this great part of the internet, but on the other hand, we have it's needed. You have the physical contact, the look in
For
your
sure, we
eyes,
need.
but in the face to face, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's something that I really want to have more in the future. Like I will move in the next year to Florianopolis.
Hmm.
Nowadays I'm focused on just in study in the gym, and I don't have so much time to get out with my friends. So but I feel that it's necessary, like just
Yeah, yeah.
something
And
like
you,
a human needs, you know.
yeah, and will you move to another place because your parents or because of you, maybe?
No, it's because of me. Like I will go to the university
Ah,
next
okay.
year.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
we will I will be in Florianopolis. So it will be a big change for me. One of my last immersion, I was no, my first one was talking about the financial things. So it's just
Yeah.
for me learn how to deal with money better in a better way.
Yeah, 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 I got you.
And I will have to find my own community there, you know.
Yeah, you will find for sure. I'm sure that.
Yeah, it's nice. So I can add this that it's important we have this physical community too. And I think that it will not become less important, but because uh the person are different. The person have
Mm-hmm.
this different and needed, you know. So
Yeah, yeah.
someone can lead more with internet. It's enough for them, okay. But other can okay. I have to this physical contact, so I don't think it will become less important.
Yeah, 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 for sure. I agree with you. And I totally I think I said my idea in a wrong way. Uh Physical community is crucial for our human being, to be honest. We need to have contact with each other, you know. It's crucial. We need that. I used to think we don't we aren't born we wasn't born to alive alone, you know. I think that's it.
Yeah, of course that they have people that say, okay, I like to be have my own space, but everything that you have to do depends on the other person.
For
Oh,
sure.
I don't depend of anyone. Okay, you are totally wrong. Everything that you
I
do,
agree.
like if you go to the supermarket, you have to have the other person to take your bills, to you pay, and
Exactly.
you need to, it's like as you say, it's part of the human being.
Yeah. We are
And the
nothing alone. We are nothing alone.
yeah, it's the community. It's something that at the past, like when the first civilization was necessary,
Yeah.
have this group of people helping each other, and it's
Yeah,
extremely
I had a
necessary.
problem with this point with my mom. My parents are divorced, and my dad had two weddings after my mom, But my mom decided to stay alone, and she used to say that I'm good, I'm feel good with myself and God because she is beata, she is a crazy beata, I would say, and she used to say that for me, and I said, oh no, mom, that's not good, think this way, because you are become older, and all of us need some assistance, helping, and I'm only child, that's another point, I'm only child. And yeah, I don't expect good things for my mom in this aspect, right? I have this problem personally because her. My father think the opposite way, He really like to be close to another people. Uh, he said 2 weeks ago, he said to me, "Oh, if my current wife decided to pick up another one, doesn't matter. I'm gonna stay alone or I'm gonna search another people. I think I'm gonna search another one, another partner. Ah, okay, okay.
And is it really hard to change their mind, right?
It's impossible, Lara. It's impossible. My mom's case, I can't do that, unfortunately.
It's like okay, we have all the experience. It's our parents, of course, but it's so hard. You say something different what they think because they don't allow the other opinion. And like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's the point.
I'm older, I have more experience. Okay, you have more experience, but in this generation we have different experience that you don't doesn't have had.
Yeah. And another aspect about community I'd like to bring here. Currently, the way that we live about financial terms, it's so hard uh, just to one person in a family provide resource, in my perspective. In older time, that was common and that worked because, in my perspective, the life was less expensive, was cheaper than nowadays, So, and currently, we need to have contribution by other families members to have a health financial workplace not environment, I think that's the point. I used to discuss that with my wife currently. I used to say to her, oh, okay, I like my job. In financial term, it's okay in my perspective, but I'd like you started or um, yeah, make some business, bring some money here because the life is the life recharge us a lot if we put our financial effort in one person in a family,
Yeah, it's such a great point because I was thinking about it with one friend, my friend. and we are discussing about it. And I said in the older days, it's so common people build their house in their parents' land. Like they don't have to pay the rent, they don't have to
Yeah.
pay the land, of course. And nowadays, okay, it's not easy. Like if you are not in the countryside, of course, in the countryside we still have this the people that building
And it's
a
cheaper than in another place.
yeah, nowadays, like if you look for an apartment in São Paulo, okay, it,
Mm,
it's not, it's minuscule, and you don't have, it's like 2,000 highs. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It's why my generation, it's so hard. We go out to our that parent that house, because we don't have a great job at the beginning. Nobody has a great job that to earn a great salary, and we
Mm-hmm.
have to spend more time in our dad house. It's not
Yeah.
something just about, oh, okay, you are incapable. It's not because the economy is not helping us, to get
Yeah,
out.
especially in regions like Brazil or emerging countries, it's hard for this in this scenario in these scenarios. Even in developed uh, regions, I would say, because about habitation, it's one of the most expensive stuffs in a regions like North America, North Europe, or something like that. In this place this habitation is much more expensive than here.
Yeah. And like I will go to Florianopolis in the next year, and it's a big trouble that you're passing through. How I can afford the cost there, because I think it's one of the most expensive cities in Brazil. And of course that I will have to get a job
Because the
because
people say Florianópolis is one of the best place to live here in Brazil.
yeah, it's worth it. Like you pay a lot for that, but you have a great quality of life. It's
Yeah.
different than I think. I never moved to São Paulo, but I think that you pay a lot and you don't have safe. You don't feel safe. You don't have a great healthcare.
I don't
But
like São Paulo about to live, just to spend some time,
yeah, I never went there. But I would like to know how can I say a liberdade? I forgot the name.
And me too. I was there some years ago to travel. I've spent some times on Avenida Paulista, and Brás, 25 de Março, these places, because yeah, and Mercadão, in this place there are lunch with mortadela. I have no idea how to say mortadela in English. But yeah, that's famous lunch in there, just for it, to live, I don't like I'm not I don't intend to live in this place,
Yeah, and you are saying about mortadela, I don't know the name in English neither, but I think the best way to you connect with other a person is talking about food. You
Yeah.
create a great community,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can create a Discord community just to talk about food.
Yeah, and spots to go, you have a recommendation to go, and it's really
Yeah.
nice. I love to
Yeah, for
talk about
sure.
food and especially eat.
I
It's
think
really
everyone likes to talk about food.
Yeah, and I think that you already have seen, but I put on the comments some
Yeah.
vocabulary. So I try to use social circle was something that I learned a few minutes before I get in this immersion. So it's something that I think that can help the people on YouTube. And we talk
Mhm.
about trust, to connection, A new word for me was acquaintance, that is conhecido, one person that is not your friend, you just know them, don't have a tight relationship. Mutual interest, like we already said about, important to be open-minded to other opinions. We have like-minded people, people that have same ideas, and companionship. It's a new word for me too. So it's really nice. We have just a few minutes, but I think in the resume we can bring here that is really important for us, like as human being, to have community. Without persons, you can do anything, and you can have contact with person physically or in social media. You have to be careful what people you will be close to, but we have a great opportunity to find great people like here in Talking Talk. You can have access to great minds, great people, great backgrounds that you can learn a lot. And the English, it's just a tool to you know more each other and what you
Yeah.
think as well.
And I would add that the language will be in a second place all the time, and this way we don't use to recharge ourselves a lot. We will along the way we will respect our journey, and here eh, that Talk and Talk is a great community, like the topic mentioned, that you can enhance their selves, your soft skills, your sometimes your some career knowledge. You can achieve good informations in your career, and yeah, for me, the um, community translations is talk and talk. you know, uh, I've learned a lot of stuffs here, and I really enjoy every single immersion to be here. I feel fulfilled in this aspect here. And this had led me to achieve a new step in my career. Currently, in my life in general, currently I feel more comfortable to speak in English. Of course, I know I have a lot of challenges and setbacks along the way, but I feel more comfortable to express myself in another language like English, and in the future maybe learn another one. I don't know.
Yeah, like I totally agree with you, and like you already said, we are a community, and special a community that support each other and is not punish each other to make a mistake.
Yeah.
So I feel very nervous always the time because it's my third time yet, and but I feel that I am improving each day, each immersion, and we don't have this feeling of being judged by other. And I think that this community is it. It's people get together to improve, to support, and it's what a definition of talk and talk, right?
We are like-minded people, you know.
Yeah,
We have the same objective in our lives. That's awesome. And
yeah.
yeah,
It's not just a network that you can have here, but a good relationship, friendship that you can make. So it's a
yeah.
great.
And you
It's,
were great about your immersions. Okay, just keep going. You're good. You're good. Just continue. I liked it.
oh, thank. I really appreciate you come here, and I wish all the best in this new week. I hope that you have a great a great achievements this week,
For you
and
too.
I hope I can see in your next immersion.
Yeah, yeah. If you have time, my immersion will be tomorrow at the same time. 7
Same
a.m.
time, I
Yeah,
will try because I'm studying hard for medicine, but I
I
will
know
try,
that.
okay?
Okay. Thank you, Lara.
Thank